When I was young, I used to love to get lost in an adventure by reading mystery books, watching horror movies, and playing video games. While the occasional Super Mario World or Street Fighter was fun, that was more like a sweet treat compared to the delicacy that was a game that really told me about the world I was about to step into. A world where dragons and magic were both real, where your best friends might be a flying baby dragon, a little girl who uses a paintbrush as her weapon, an android with a sense of humor, or a half cat, half human sidekick. Bonus points if you get all those references. And even more points for the half cat, half human comment because I think there are actually a lot of those. A world where you could walk into a town and know by the color palette and the music, you were walking into a place that needed your help, even if it made you stray from the path. A world where advanced technology and medieval weaponry were mixed together in a beautiful, if not sometimes confusing, anachronistic way. A world where love and friendship were simple, maybe too simple, but it was that very simplicity that was intoxicating and made me want to come back for more. Unfortunately for me, like most overachieving millennials in the 90s, I had a schedule that started at 7 a.m. and usually went until about 9 p.m. By that time, I was usually too tired to devote 3 hours to a video game. Pair that with the fact that being a gamer in the 90s was no way nearly as cool as it is now, or at least as cool as I think it is now, and that left me wanting for tons of adventure, but never truly being able to satisfy those wants. The older I get, the more I long to explore these worlds. But now I get to do it from the perspective of being almost 40. This means I will absolutely hoard every single item and save them for a rainy day. A rainy day that never comes. That sometimes the humor borders on almost too childish for me, though sometimes we need to chuckle at a random poop joke. Or that I may actually start to truly empathize with the villains. But what fun is an adventure, whether real or fantasy, if we do it by ourselves? Most gamers know that early scene in Zelda, near the beginning of the game, where the old man in a cave says, "It's too dangerous to go alone. Take this." Well, if I've learned anything in my 30 years of adventuring, it's to heed the advice of a weird old man. So, on this adventure, I'm taking one of my besties with me, Sam. This is Turn-Based Besties, a podcast where two grown adults with no free time talk about their favorite RPGs. Join us as we discuss RPGs bringing in our two unique perspectives. Me, an almost 40-year-old who's been casually playing RPGs since the 90s, but I sometimes find it really hard to get into the modern ones without getting overwhelmed. And Sam, a mid-30s father of almost 3 kids, who didn't discover the beauty of gaming until just a few years ago. We'll do the usual review of a game, but sometimes bring in the aspect of our adult jobs for an added bonus. Sam is a physician, and I'm a professional opera singer. We've been talking about doing this podcast for years, so we're super excited to go on this adventure together. Our adventure. And won't you come join our party here at Turn-Based Besties? Who knows what'll happen? When everything in the world points right, maybe go left and see what you find.